So how could you not know there was meth in the vehicle?
because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was gonna go buy a loaf of bread and it was not my car.
It says there was crystal-like substance next to E1 with a torn baggie in the cup holder. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 6643. Everyone, please whisper. State of Texas versus Karen Munoz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
John Young for the defense.
And are you Karen Munoz?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea on January 10th of no contest, applied for probation. The court found the enhancement true
Yes,
based
ma'am.
upon your plea of true. And then you did not show up for sentencing. And so,
Told me that she missed the date. That's all, Your Honor. And then she just got scared.
all right, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There is no application for deferred adjudication, and the state is recommending community supervision. Was there a TAP evaluation in this case or no?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I think it was just set for sentencing.
Okay,
She has her own business and she wanted to get it set up so that she could, in case she decided to do something other than probation.
okay, let me see here. All right. Anything else you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. Would ask you to follow the agreement.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. So why didn't you show up for court?
I came on the 4th, February the 4th, and it was closed and they gave me a resentencing date. I thought was for the 10th on my birthday, but it was for the 7th of February. And by then I already had the warrant and I was just like, this warrant has plagued me. I'm glad that I'm here. I can get this over with. I need to get it behind me and
No,
hopefully get them.
you were set for February 7th. There was no fourth date.
No, I came on the 4th. On February the 4th, they gave me a resentencing and I thought it was for the 10th, the next pay.
No. What I'm saying is on January 10th, I originally set you on February 7th because that's why it's written here.
I still have the paper, the pink paper, but I came on the 4th. I was just a miscommunication, I guess, on my behalf.
All right. Are you employed?
Yes, I have my own business. It's a removal of
Okay,
industrial
stop
waste.
talking so fast.
Sorry, nurse.
All right. So what do you do?
I remove industrial waste
And how long have you been doing that?
since November 11th of 2021.
Do you have any children?
They're all adults.
All right. What are their ages?
My youngest is 18, 25, 24, 21, 19, and 18.
All right. Do you have any grandchildren?
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
I mean, hopefully one of them will have a baby. My daughter teaches at 3rd grade. She's not.
No, I'm wondering, is anyone expecting?
No.
All right. This is a drug case. So what's your drug of choice?
I used to do drugs a long time ago. I don't do drugs anymore.
What's your drug of choice?
I don't have one.
Well, no, this is a drug case.
Yes, the drugs were found in the car, but I haven't done drugs in about 7 years.
What drugs have you done in the past?
I used to do heroin for a long time,
When's the last time you used heroin?
about in 2016, maybe.
All right. And the drug in this case is meth. Have you ever used meth?
No.
All right. So you're the only person in the vehicle in this car.
Yes.
The officer's saying that they found the drugs on the center console in plain view. So how could you not know there was meth in the vehicle?
Because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was gonna go buy a loaf of bread and it was not my car.
It says there was crystal-like substance next to E1 with a torn baggie in the cup holder. So you're telling the court you don't have any drug problems?
No, not.
All right, this is all on the record. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to insist that you haven't used drugs for a long time and that you have no drug issue, then we're not going to address that. But do not come back to this court on a motion to revoke saying you have a drug problem.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want help for your drug issue or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. In probation, if you'll make a notation that she has no drug issue. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's a $2,500 fine. That will be probated. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want random monthly UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 180 hours of community service restitution. If she wishes, she can buy out of that at $7.25 per hour. And I'm going to suggest the San Antonio Food Bank, but if there's another charity you would like that donated to, you can let probation know. And if it's on the approved list, then it can be for that. I just choose the San Antonio Food Bank because usually there's a shortage of food.
Your Honor, is she allowed to continue her business as the employment?
Yes, as long as it's not as a home health care provider or with minors.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month for 3 months, and then probation at your discretion. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Okay.
All right, anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else you need?
No.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. He beat you to it, Mr. Young.
Yep, he did. He's fast.
Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So what's the tattoo about?
It's just my son passed away. It was only God can judge me. It was long when I got it.
All right, I'm sorry to hear about that. And then the names?
My kids,
Okay. And then the chest?
my son.
All right, thank you. How are you doing? How's the new year finding you?
It's a new world, Judge. We're trying to find the new normal now, so
Oh, gosh,
Mama's with me for the.
it is. All right, Mr. Lyles, why were you late?
I had an issue with transportation.
All right, what was your issue with
I had to
transportation?
get an Uber, Lyft ride.
All right,
I apologize for that.
no, are you in the via bus routes?
I don't know the via bus. I'm not from San Antonio. I've never,
Well, do you live here in San Antonio? Oh, where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Ah, so are you staying here in?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out the whole fucking.
Well, here's my question. And maybe everybody can help me. So is he coming back from North Carolina to answer this? And then he's
No.
going back home?
No, Judge, he lives, he doesn't have a permanent home. Yeah, he's essentially homeless, Judge.
Okay.
He does have some family in Como County, but I think there's some estrangement there. So he's essentially stuck here. But he did call me this morning, and so I text Norma and let her know that we were both gonna be running late this morning.
Okay. So where are we on this case?
Judge, a while back, the court had given us, we had a discovery issue as to whether or not there's a video from a convenience store. The state hasn't been able to definitively find out if there is one or not. I reached out to the supposed to be a manager, but turned out to be an area manager, and the area manager is looking for it for us. Evidently, the manager who would know about all this is no longer employed with the convenience store. So he's reaching out to the assistant manager, and he's gonna get back to me.
All right, so when do you think you will know something?
I would, if he doesn't call me within a week or two, Judge, I'll call him. I'll follow up with him. He was he seemed very considerate, very willing to help. He doesn't think that there's gonna be one, but he doesn't know for sure.
All right, so if there is not one, where is this case headed?
We're probably gonna need a trial. Judge.
Okay. Possession less than a gram?
It is.
Okay, I mean, I remember there were some judges who rumor was when I was a young brand new attorney, they would say, I'm not trying to state jail. I mean, I'll try it. I'll try a misdemeanor if it's, of course, I don't have jurisdiction over misdemeanors, but we'll try it. But he's homeless, correct?
Yes.
Has anybody looked into this new thing they have now, community court?
No.
I don't know if anybody want to look in that. I don't know what his criminal history is. So,
Doesn't appear to have any.
well, I don't know.
I can look into community court. I don't know anything about it, but I can certainly look into it more.
All right. And is there any mental health issues?
There are, Judge.
All right.
He's
So,
competent, but there are mental health.
so, okay.
And he
Yeah,
admits it.
yeah. So you may want to look into community court
Okay.
because I believe they will help with the mental health issues. and also with this homeless issue.
I'll look into that.
All right.
Judge, just let the court be aware, I did inform the council,
He did.
most likely there's not gonna be a video, because this is about a year ago.
Mhm.
And as far as I can tell, from what my research has done, but we have reached out also to the store. It's not a possession of the police department, so it would have been just possession of a private company. So I don't believe it'd be available, but I did give information to his counsel.
And that is accurate, Judge. He was considerate enough to give us the contact information.
All right. So let me ask you all, if I put this,
I didn't mean that in a disparaging manner, by the way.
Yeah.
That's considerate enough. I didn't mean it that way. It came, may have came out of. No, no, no.
why don't I have a video? Where's the video? If y'all want, I can bring this back on February 1st.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit long because my concern is, where is he living?
He's been on bond, Judge, for what, about 3 months? 2 months?
3 weeks.
No, we were here.
3 weeks.
Okay.
It's been 3 weeks.
Let's say it's.
3 weeks,
It's
okay,
been 3 weeks at the most.
okay. All right.
At
So-
the most 3 weeks, maybe a month.
I think it's more than that because you were here on November
I was-
27th and we've had the entire
I
month.
try not to think about it too much. I mean, because this whole situation is it's not me.
All right, so instead of February 1st, you want to bring it back on January 16th because I have some concerns.
January 16th, I'm supposed to be in trial in Wilson County.
All right, you want to bring it back on January 11th and community court is right next door.
Is it?
So if you want
That's
to
fine.
walk over there, yeah, if you want to walk over there and ask them about it.
Okay.
So maybe, I'm not interfering in negotiations or
I know.
anything, but they will be able to help him with any mental health issues and with this homelessness issue.
I'll do that. But before we leave today, I'll.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend his plea deadline date because his plea deadline date was December 19th.
Yes.
I'm going to extend it to January 11th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, and I'll give you a reset form for January 11th. Could I have a reset form, please? And are you seeing a doctor?
I've been seeing a psychiatrist
Okay.
since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So I saw a little pediatrician
Mhm.
when I wasn't 18, and then when I turned 18, I started seeing an actual psychiatrist.
Okay. And do you have
That
any
was North
family
Carolina.
here?
Do I have any family here?
Mhm.
I have a mom,
Okay.
but she's I'm not sure what I should be saying, what I shouldn't be, but that's about it. My whole family is in North Carolina.
Okay,
I came here for her, and it was just a mistake.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But Judge, I don't think there's any current treatment.
All right. so-
There is, I just can't afford it.
Oh, well, they have,
I can't afford to pay for the my that I need to take you 100%.
Mhm.
Like literally because I have panic attacks. I have all this weird stuff going on,
Mhm.
and I've just never spent the money on the medicine.
All right. So if you could connect him with Center for Healthcare Services, and I know Krista Santa Rosa, they're doing a new program that they have. And if you call the jail, they'll probably be able to give you that information where they actually have housing. And you may want to check with Cross Point as well. And felony drug court too, because felony drug court has a dual diagnosis. I'm not saying he has drug issues, but if you call felony drug court, they'll also be able to tell you which mental health division will help him with housing and mental health issues.
I'll do that. Judge.
Oh, and also mental health court. That's a pretrial diversion court.
Oh, yeah, that might be the better. idea.
Mhm.
We can do that. Okay, I'll do that, Judge. I'll reach out to community court right now. And then take him, but 12 is mental health court.
No, mental health court is for felonies, it's with Judge Ron Rahal
Okay.
across the hall. And then VARA is with community court. And then, of course, felony drug court is Judge Glenn.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate
All
it.
right, you're welcome. 2021 CR 9763C, State of Texas versus Thomas Blinko. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Nick Wilkins for the state, Your Honor. Roger Bettis for Mr. Blanco, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Blinko?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Blanco, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, I did.
Going to show you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Blanco, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir. I mean,
If-
yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
All right. Is there a request for deferred adjudication on this or no?
Probation.
Just regular probation? All right. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Blanco, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, I did.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
Amen, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Jeremy Fierce, Fearce, Juan Mello, Mello, Anthony Chukhansky, Kochanski. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Your Honor, I offer State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments. No objections, Your Honor.
All right, and state, if you need to continue to confer, you may do so.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Going to show you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
You may have remembered this case from before, where
Yes.
there were a number of folks, he went through a little bit of a slip up, if I may. But now he's living in a sober living environment. He's completed a number of programs on his own behalf, at his own volition. He's realized the mistake he made. He was the recipient of a sum of monies where he improperly acted. And so we're just hopeful to get on track with this.
All right. Are you employed?
No, ma'am.
So how are you supporting yourself?
I'm on Social Security.
And my understanding that you came into some money, and I'm assuming that money is gone.
Yeah,
And how much was it?
about 8,000.
And so you blew $8,000.
Heroin and alcohol.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. That's going to be in custody, and follow the recommendations of TAP.
Judge, he is living in and has been living in a sober living environment. He's also done a couple of other programs.
I did the right step out in Wimberley, did a 35-day stay there with the completion. I'm doing my IOPs now that are out now. I got set up with a psychiatrist and a trauma counselor, and I'm doing family sessions too.
Okay, so here's my problem. The problem is that your case has been out there, and I have continually said this for us to get you in, and you just disappeared.
I went in October 14th, and I graduated the detox, the Wimberley thing November 29th.
All right, so you're going to be, yes.
We did not have a phone contact that was working at that time, but and then when I finally got a hold of him, he said, well, I was in the Wimberley program. Now he's living in a sober living environment in Austin. So we'd actually like if Austin can be part of the area where he can be permitted to reside.
I'm going to order that the TAP be done in custody. If there's documentation that he's in a sober living facility in Austin, then I will consider that. But I don't have any documentation. So there's going to be TAP in custody. And if you can provide that information, we can always have him brought over. But the last day he will be able to be brought over will be December 18th. So TAP in custody, follow TAP recommendations, 200 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Jeremy Fierce, Juan Mello, Anthony Chakansky, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, the UA hotline until further notice, and we can do a transfer to Austin. What county is that?
Travis.
Okay, transfer to Travis County, anger management, and 90 sober meetings in 90 days, proof of employment or SSI within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, and no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, just
So the TAP, can it be maybe expedited?
Well, the holidays are upon us, so I can say expedited, but I'm just saying expedited. It's going to be whenever they're able to get it done.
Does it need to be with him in custody? He's at a sober living environment. That
No,
is
it needs to be in custody unless he provides me proof,
because
and then I'll consider it.
proof of the sober living resident. I think we can make that happen maybe as early as later today. I think I can ask them to fax a letter.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
yes, Your Honor.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal. You do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. All right. Josiah Williams.
So.
So what's happening with this case?
We've worked out an arrangement on it, Judge. I need to get Mr. Williams over to the misdemeanor court so he can do a plea on a companion terroristic threat that will dismiss the felony. Probably just a few days. I don't know how quickly they can bring them over either to a jail court or if they can add them to the docket.
Which court is it?
County Court 4 judge.
Is it 7?
Oh, well, 7's on the assault case. Did they move it to 7? Because I was showing County Court 4.
Because you all want to call County Court 4 and see if they're available for him now?
Definitely drug judge.
Norma,
I'll walk down there.
can you call County Court 4 and see if they're able?
They moved it to 7, judge.
Oh,
I
it's County Court
apologize.
7. Can you call County Court 7 and see if they can take a plea? We'll see if we can get it done today. All right, because can you let them know he's in custody? So what's the earliest?
So I'm pretty open, but I'll have them now.
All right, judge is out.
That's fine, judge. I mean,
They can take care of it in the morning, tomorrow morning?
that's fine, judge. Let's just recall it.
All right, 9 a.m. Can you give them the case number and everything?
It's on the terroristic threat. It's a companion case. Case number 716066. So you want to just recall this case then for tomorrow, judge, and then we'll.
Well,
bring it back?
what we'll do is he'll go to Court number 7, and then once that's done, you just come here and we'll do the dismissal that way.
That's
okay.
fine, judge.
All right, so your case will be taken care of tomorrow. All right.
I'll see you in the morning. Okay.
All right. So on Mr. Sosa, where are we with discovery? I know you were just appointed counsel, so I'm just trying to figure out where we are with discovery. If we know, if we don't, we can just reset it.
I've read the case. Well, not in depth, but
Mhm.
I have some questions because we have reached out to some of the people that associate to the victim, next of kin of the victims
Mhm.
that are underage individuals. So we do have some questions and concerns about possible ID. And so we want to, as a state, want to go through that a little bit more in depth. And I mentioned that to Mr.
So you want to put it towards the end of February? Is that enough time?
That'd be good for the state to be able to do a little bit more homework on it, Judge.
I'm at the court's disposal, Judge. That works.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. I know we have. Yeah, I know there's a trial setting, especially set with Judge Jarrett on the week of February 26th. And they're starting at 9 a.m. So are you all okay with putting it the 22nd, maybe?
I think that'd be fine.
And I'm not holding you all to, oh, something needs to be done on that day, but it's just for everybody to get their bearings and make sure they have all their discovery.
Yes, Judge.
So Norma, can you put this on February 22nd and just put it down as discovery? Sosa.
Richard Sosa.
All right, Mr. Sosa, do you have any questions?
No, madam.
All right, thank you.
Judge, which day was that again?
February 22nd.
Good deal. I thought so.
Okay, on this one, we have a motion to revoke and two new cases. What's happening?
So Judge, we've conferred, we have an offer, something that we're not gonna be able to get resolved today. I think we'll need a contested MTR setting. Obviously, both sides will continue to talk and hopefully you can resolve without the necessity for a contested MTR. But if I guess we'll go through the MTR phase first, and then after that, we'll have to consider the new cases.
All right, is there any objection to having witnesses appear by Zoom for the contested hearing, or do you want them in person?
Zoom's fine, Judge.
All right,
That's fine.
and state if the defense has any witnesses, is Zoom okay?
That's fine.
All right, so I'll notate that both parties are okay with having witnesses appear by Zoom.
If we need to get the Zoom link, we can get that from Ms. Ferguson.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. How much time are you all asking?
Oh, you mean as far as the reset?
Yes. You want to put it at the end of January, or you want to do it the same time your other case is set?
We can do it
Well, not February 22nd. I'm sorry.
No. Hang on a second. I'll check my calendar, Judge. We're set for a murder trial on the 1st of February. I don't know if we're going to go forward or not. It's getting a fairly high setting. That's the only thing I have that's kind of button up towards the end of January.
All right.
It's out of the 186, Judge.
Do y'all want to set this the week of the 15th?
I'm fine with that, Your Honor.
Are you okay with the week of the 15th of January, or you need longer?
I'd be here, so that's fine with this.
Wait, where are you going?
Oh, I'm on vacation.
Oh.
All right, so who will be,
I think these guys can handle it, so.
all right. So Ms. Ferguson, I need a date for a contested the week of January 15th. All right, it will be January 18th.
18, good deal, Judge.
Okay. And I'll set the other cases on the 18th as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
We'll,
welcome.
we'll keep conferring and keep working towards a resolution, Judge.
All right. And with regards to the new cases, how are we on discovery?
We're fine with discovery, Judge. We've looked, they've looked, I've looked. We're hoping to capture surveillance video. I've talked to multiple bars, but unfortunately, I got appointed 6 or 7 days after the offense date and the system's already purged.
Okay.
So it happens.
All right. Thank you. And he only has one case pending, correct?
Correct.
All right.
He is on federal. He's been convicted on a federal case.
All right. Do we know what the sentencing is on the federal is?
Yes,
And what is that?
65 months.
All right. State, are you aware of the sentencing on the federal case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so what is happening with this case?
I think we need to set up for contested MCR, Judge.
Okay. All right. Let me look at the calendar. All right, are you all going to be in agreement to witnesses being able to appear by Zoom, counsel, or do you want them in court?
Yeah, Zoom is fine.
All right, so witnesses can appear by Zoom. And then,
Your Honor, if I could add one thing.
yes,
I may be able to resolve this without a contested hearing if I can confer, not today. I believe I'm coming back on my other case, which is coming before you in a minute, in about 2 weeks. If I could reset this for that date, perhaps I could resolve it.
all right, what is your other case?
Hunt, Jamal Keith Hunt.
All right, so then what we'll do then, so you're saying 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Let's recall this for January 18th. Probation, are you okay with January 18th?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we're
I'll
going to
try to
say,
resolve.
all right, we're going to say January 18th is contested. But of course, if it's not contested, then it won't be a contested. But I'm going to notate that everybody is agreement that witnesses for both sides can appear by Zoom.
That's fine.
All right. So, all right. Is there anything else that's needed?
Other vote.
All right. Thank you. All right. On this case, do you want it brought back on January 18th as well?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
All right. Is there any issue with discovery?
Yes, well, there is an issue that there is another case that he was arrested on, a violation of protective order. It's been arrest, but there's been nothing filed. I believe there is a report on that case. The DA tells me they haven't received it from the police. So I'd like to have something on the record that information will be provided to me before any trial, because I think it's irrelevant.
Oh, I mean, of course it'd be provided with you. So is this leaning towards trial or not, or do you know? Because this doesn't sound like it's something that I should bring back on the 18th. It sounds like something I should bring back later. I can set it for a later date.
That's
And
fine.
then if next week you find out that, I want it back sooner, we can have it come back sooner. You understand, Mr. Hunt?
No, I don't.
All right. So this is what's going on. Your attorney is telling me that there's another case and that there's a police report. He doesn't have the police report. He wants the police report so he can know how to negotiate or how to proceed on your case. The state doesn't have that police report. I don't know if they'll have it by the 18th because your case is not the only case that's in Bexar County, right? So what I'm thinking about doing, because having people brought over from the jail, just to have them brought over from the jail, I don't do that. So I'm thinking about setting you for January 29th or January 30th. Now, if the state is able to get that report, let's say they're able to get it Friday, the 5th, or next week, the 9th or the 10th of that week, they can let your counsel know. Your counsel can let the court coordinator know, and we'll bring you back on the 18th with his other client. But if that doesn't happen, I don't want you being awakened at 3 a.m. or whatever time they wake you up at the jail. I believe it's 3 a.m. just to be brought over for them to say they don't have it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do you want this recalled for January 29th or 30th?
30th.
All right. State, do you think you'll have some information by that time, potentially?
Judge, I think the issue with it is it's an at-large case. Right now, the only reference number in our system is a JN request. So that might cause some issues, but we'll look into it.
Okay.
That's fine, Judge. And there was one other matter I want to address.
Yes.
I believe because of that violation of protective order allegation, he's now remanded without bond.
Yes.
Can I get a bond set today, or what, I need to file a motion?
You'll need to file a motion and have that set, and I'll hear it. And since it's a remand without bond, state if you have any witnesses, you'll need to have them at that time. So if you all want to confer on a date to have that set, we'll set it and have it heard.
Okay.
And that's assuming the state wants him to continue to be remanded without bond. Of course, if they want him to have a bond, then the rules of evidence won't apply, and I can just read police reports and look at history to make a determination.
But I still need to file a motion. I can't simply do with an agreement.
No,
Okay,
you'll
motion.
need to file a motion because we will need to have a hearing, and there are certain things that I need from his background. All right. On this case, where are we on discovery?
I believe discovery is completed. In fact, we just, right before Christmas, we picked up a whole bunch of physical discovery that was uploaded.
Okay.
I need to sit down with her and review it, Judge. This is our first setting today.
Okay.
We did receive an offer, which I conveyed. It's just, we're still working through the case.
All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to give her a plea deadline date, but I'll give her 30 days. Is that enough time?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right. So we will reset this. Could I have a reset form, please? You want to do February 29th?
Yes, ma'am. I think that'll work. Very shaping up to be a busy year.
Oh, gosh. Well, are you going to have more trials than last year?
No, I'm gonna quit if I have that many again. I can't.
No, we need you. We
I
need you.
cannot do that again. It's just, yeah, next Friday I'm set for final consult on a murder,
Mhm.
another murder. It's like, it never ends.
Ah,
Yes, house arrest. Okay. And Judge, we're gonna file a motion to modify, that she's allowed to travel to my office so we can actually confer. She's under full GPS house arrest. She's done well and everything, but we'll get that motion filed and, we can take it up at a later date.
no, I mean, if you want to, the court can, she needs to confer with her attorney.
There we go.
So
Perfect.
if you will, on that one, I can do a B page since it's
Excellent.
just modification. So if you'll have them print out a B page
Yes,
for you
ma'am.
and write your agreement, but it'll only be for you to see your attorney. So don't do those detours where you're saying, oh, the HEB is right here. Let me just stop there and then go there, because the GPS will show us every stop that you make. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why are you late for court?
My mom, she was supposed to take me because I ended up staying in a motel. And today I was supposed to find a car.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, she was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't want to answer, so I had to call a friend and see if he can drop me off. And he lives by Live Oak. And I was on San Pedro, so it kind of took 1 minute. And I texted my attorney, but she didn't.
How old are you?
32. I mean, 31.
It's not your mom's job to pick you up. Take the via bus. You understand?
No,
If
I
you're
had
late,
it. Wait, I'm sorry.
if you're late for court again, a warrant's going to be issued. And I'm not going to recall it. You understand?
This one.
So you need to have backup plans in place, and you need to calmly talk to your mom and let your mom know that a warrant was issued for your arrest because you were not here.
Yes, ma'am.
Next time, make your own plans. You got to be in charge of your own self and not depend on other people to get you to court, because you could end up at the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, on this one, we recall the warrant.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to put this on the 18th as well? All right, January 18th is going to be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the offer that's been tendered. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do not be late again. And I'm marking the file that you were late. All right, thank you.
Thank you.